Hey guys, Chris here, the Ultimate Recycler. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the shop storeroom. We're up to episode 10 of the Great Shop Clean Out, where we've been focusing on this pile in what is just one of our mountains of stock we have to get rid of, not to mention all the stuff in the shop and the stuff at home, because eventually the shop's going to sell. Now, got some good response from my last video, episode 9, where I did a bit of a recap on what happened at the auction last Saturday. Lots of good comments, lots of interesting comments, and yes, from our perspective, we're quite relieved. It does take the pressure off a lot. I'd like to go through this methodically, obviously film for you guys too, and document it all, but also not be rushed into making decisions on, scrapping stuff or having a fire sale. I would rather downsize our shop in a controlled manner, like, let's say, like a parachutist rather than a free-faller. And I think I'm actually enjoying the process. It takes me back to when I did the farm cleanup. We were under just a little bit of pressure there, but we did have 12 months, and Ross, the new owner of the property, was absolutely fantastic to deal with. I'm still in touch with Ross regularly. He sends me some pictures of what is happening at the old farm site, and I will do an update video at some stage on that one. Also, the big Great Shop backyard cleanup next door, where I was in that old shop for 19 years. Massive big cleanup. Unfortunately, I was under a lot of pressure for that one, and I'd injured my shoulder, so it was a bit of a drama, that one. But anyway, we got there. We like challenges, and perhaps without the pressure, but it's still satisfying. So we've got stuff out at that shed. We've got a lot in this area. Well, that's kind of not really a shed, it's another storeroom. We're all under the shop, which you would have seen if you watched the last video. You would have seen the shop, and I've done walk-arounds before. I'll do another shop tour soon. There's also some stuff out the back in a store shed there, and lots of stuff at home. Concentrating on this area for a couple of reasons. Firstly, there's some residual farm stuff here that I want to have all tidied up. Some of it's quite low value, so the part of the phase 1, I've called it, as to what we're in at the moment with downsizing, is not taking any more stock and reducing the low value clutter, so that if we do continue for a couple of years, which there's a chance, because I've heard a whisper on what the reserve is, and I'm not going to mention it in the interests of just it's unnecessary information, and it is just a whisper. You know how rumours get around small towns, but apparently it's it's a long way from where the bidding got to. There's a chance that the place may stay on the market for a few years. And there's probably even, perhaps the landlords are even happy with that, because they've got as much, if not more, to clean up than what I have. Anyway, we don't need to go on about that. The beauty is that we don't have a deadline at this stage. We can do it methodically, but this is low value stuff, and phase 1 means getting rid of low value, clunky, quantity. That stuff that we would have a lot of trouble selling for any money at all if we didn't have a shop. And when that time comes, we may do markets, we may do swap meets, we probably sell online, and the low value stuff just is a real pain. We would end up donating it, or we'd lot it up and sell bulk lots. I'd rather not have that drama, because we would have to move it to somewhere else, and storing it, it's not worth it. So let's get into this now. This is the last of the farm stuff that I've got at the shop. There's milk crates, probably boxes, probably books down here, wrapped up in newspaper, so I don't really know, not sure what's in that one. So we'll get these few through to the counter and go through them today. And then I think we'll keep working in this room, because the other reason is I like to see space. I like to see an expansive concrete materializing. It gives me confidence that I'm getting somewhere. When things get a bit overwhelming in other rooms, I can always come back to here and have a deep breath and think, yes, we can achieve it. And that's good for your mental strength, I think. So let's get these boxes out to the counter and see what's in them. Okay, this first box is very light. It's got a couple of lamb's wool, or just one, is it? It's just one. So it's a sheepskin. It's actually, this was one of our sheep on the farm many years ago. Dad's obviously scun it and tanned the hide, and it was probably used as a mat at the farm. I think there's a few insects in this. I don't know if they're some sort of, I think it's got, what gets into this sort of stuff? Is it moths or weevils or something? Oh yeah, look, there's wool coming off it. So I don't think this is any good. Yeah, in fact I can see a few little bugs crawling around, so unfortunately I think this will probably have to go in the bin. I know we found some bags of wool at the farm that had some sort of insects into, and they'd gone all manky. It was totally disgusting, and I reckon I should take this straight outside. I don't know if they get into other things, but surely insects that eat fibres should not be allowed in with Christine's fabric. I better take this straight outside. Okay, what's in this box? It's very light, and it's all model planes. We used to do a lot of these back in the 70s or so when we were kids. So I don't know if these were mine or my brother's, but they're a little bit knocked around. They're pretty dirty. There's a few breaks and just bits and pieces, and the painting probably leaves a little bit to be desired. And there's parts off them. That might have come off the front of that one. Don't know. Oh, the front of that one. All right, so what are we going to do with these? That's a German bomber. We even have a tank which has lost some of its undercarriage. Yeah, lots of, I don't think these are going to be any good, but I may just leave the whole lot in a box and put $5 on them. Someone that's into these might like to fix them up. Yeah, don't think there's much value, and this is the sort of stuff that we need to get rid of. I really don't want to put it in the bin. Someone might have a use for it. So I can stay in this box, I think, and we'll try $5 on the weekend and see if we can find someone that likes old models. We might just try and keep Christine's cutting mat clean. I know a few of you have commented how I shouldn't put dirty stuff on Christine's cutting mat. Well, it's a pretty tough cutting mat, this one. It's seen a lot, both from myself and from Christine, so as long as I keep it clean, I think things are okay. Right, this box says glassware to sell. So it looks like we have a lot of glassware. I don't know if it's going to be crystal. Don't know how good a quality it's going to be. I'll unwrap it quickly. That's a Pyrex pie dish. So it might be kitchen stuff. No, that's not glassware. That's a modern bowl. Maxwell Williams, is it? Yes, so very modern. Not much value there. Oh, do we have a set of them? We do. All right, well, you can probably sell a set of them, I'm sure. I'm not going to ask much for this sort of stuff. It's the sort of stuff you'd find in a charity shop, but it's probably pretty expensive to buy. So we have 3. Here's a smaller pottery bowl, 1980s by the looks of it. It actually says Willow Vale Pottery. Can you get a focus on that? So it's 80s era, probably some local Australian pottery. Oh, clock's chiming up there. So here we have some glassware. Here we have glasses. These are trophy glasses from the Matawa Golf Club. You probably can't read that gold on there. So Dad would have won a lot of glass trophies at the golf club and probably the bowls club as well. I've got a lot of glass trophies from table tennis, which I actually gave back to the club. I don't know if the golf club would want these back. The trouble is I don't know when I'd ever get over there again. It's about 4 hours drive from here. So maybe I can just box all of these golf club glasses up and, oh look, I don't know, I guess we could try and sell them. I'd be honestly happy to give them away. There are some people in town that came from Matawa and go back there to visit sometimes. They were involved in the golf club as well, so I guess we could see if they wanted to take them back, because there's lots of them. Yeah, I might check that out. I'd rather give them back to the golf club. Most people around here would have never heard of Matawa. Rightio. Looks like we've got hundreds of the things. I mean, Dad was a pretty good golfer. That's, yep, another one. There might be some bowls ones here. I'll keep a lookout. I'll unwrap these and I'll come back to you when I've finished unwrapping these glasses. Okay, we ended up with 10 golfing glasses and 1 bowls one. I think they've been used a fair bit. Some of them have lost the gold rim around the top or only partially there. So they probably won't want to give them out as trophies again. I think I might just have them as free in the shop here. Or put them out the front. someone who needs drinking glasses might have them. Now, whilst I was unwrapping, I found a few other things. There's still a lot more to unwrap. We've got some really cool fish glasses here. They're textured. They've got gold fish on them. Not sure if you can make that out. They're really cool. I'd say they're 1950s. They're quite a nice fine glass. And the green, or the bluey green, is kind of textured. So they're in great condition. I think they'll sell well. Hopefully there's more of those. I've also got some interesting 60s era opalescent type glasses with a gold base. They're quite fine. They're very light. And they need a wash up. They're a bit dusty, but they'll sell well. There's one singular etched glass here. I guess it's a champagne flute. And it will clean up really well too. Probably 50s, that one. And a little crystal vase. It looks quite old. It's quite well used. There's no damage to it though. Just a little bud vase or a thistle vase, I think they call them. So that will sell. That will get at least $5. There might be more of them in here. I stopped unwrapping when I started to get different sort of glasses. And now we can see what else we got. Oh, that's just a huge, big, chunky glass with a big base on it. Don't see much value in that though. This one feels like another one of those fish ones. It's quite light. It is too. Hopefully get a set of those. They're really nice glasses. Okay, this is bigger and very light. Feels like a brandy balloon of sorts. Yes, that's what I'd call it. Very dusty and dirty. It looks like that's had flowers in it. So a set of those would be nice. I don't think we will have a set though. Another smaller one, but this is a stemmed glass. And that's just a fairly plain, I don't know what you'd call that. It's a bit big for a port glass, maybe a shandy. But plain glasses aren't going to get much. They'll probably be out the front for free. What have we got here? There's two in this. We have a little shot glass and a 60s era, I don't know what you'd call that, liqueur glass maybe, or maybe a port glass. That's small enough to be a port glass. But a lot of these were given as gifts and never used. That looks like actual, probably a honey jar with a lid that just pressed on that you could reuse as a glass. We talked about the Vegemite glasses in the last video. So we have a real mixture in here. Here we have, oh, another trophy glass. That's another golf one, different shape. This feels like a bottle of some sort, maybe a decanter. Oh, okay, it's an old pickles bottle. Not sure what the idea of the glad wrap over the top is. There's nothing in it. That's it's got an M on the base for Melbourne Glass Works, and it would date to about 1910. Really nice old colour, a few bubbles in the glass, but unfortunately not worth much. Some of the pickles bottles are if they've got the right branding on them. This one's just a plain one, but I'd still get $5 for that. Not sure what that's doing in with the drinking glasses. Alright, could it be another fish one? No, it's another trophy, another golf trophy glass. Alright, so there's a few different types of those. This one feels bigger. Oh, it is, and it's another golf trophy glass, a bigger one this time. This one is not a glass, maybe an ashtray, or a little, oh, it's a little ramekin. Well, we should have a set of 6 of those, made in Japan, very 1960s, but I don't think we've got a set. Now, this big one feels like a jug, and it's a glass jug. I remember this one, but I think it had a plastic top. Don't know where the top is. It's not going to be of much value, but it is quite an oldie. Right, this one has a handle on it. Oh, it's a pewter tankard. It's a golf trophy again. Selangor? No, it's not Selangor pewter. It's Oriental pewter. So a large pewter tankard or mug. Maybe we could put $5 on that. They don't tend to sell for very much. Oh, we may have more ramekins. Let's get that jug out of the road. I'd like to have a set of 6 of these ramekins. Oh yeah, there's a blue one. They're pretty retro. We might have 4. And yes, here we go. A multicoloured set, or a, what do they call them? I can't remember the term. I think there's a term for different colours. That's a nice set. Stackable ramekins from the 60s. And we have one more item wrapped up under here. Feels like there's lots of loose bits in it. Whoa. Okay. A piece of timber that says it's tulip oak. Handwritten, and it's got a $25 price on it. And I think this was just like a table centerpiece with 2 rollers, 2 stand-up serviettes or something on the table. I think that's what it was for. Really nice timber, beautifully made. So that will certainly sell. We might even try our $25, seeing so it's already priced. And the last thing in this tub, looks like we just have some novelty candles, little stars that are actually candles, and a bigger one, 70th. Should I hang on to this and light this on my 70th? Don't know, bit of a way to go. Some perfumes and some hair things and razors, so they'll probably be rubbish. The perfumes will possibly sell. So there we go, we've emptied this tub. I guess we should clean this up and get another one. Okay, this other tub is also labelled glassware to sell. I've just turned the shop lights on. It was getting a bit gloomy in here, so hopefully it wasn't too dark for you. Okay, what's in this one? Well, it's labelled glassware, but again, we're pulling out anything but glassware. Someone's made a record into a bowl, which I used to do. In fact, I did a video on that ages ago, years ago, and I'll put a link underneath if I remember to find it. It turns a record that's almost impossible to sell because, yes, they've made a comeback, but no, not all of them are worth money. Most of them aren't. But I could get $5 for a novelty bowl, so I might do that again one day when I retire. A nice timber bowl. Has $2 on it. Might have come from a charity shop. I think we'd get 5 for that. Righto, a Walker's tin. Very modern, I would suggest. Probably go in the free box, that one. And we have a little kitchen tidy, little, yeah, I guess you'd call it just a little tidy box to put stuff in. It looks like it had a divider and it's missing. Probably 1950s or 60s. What's it saying under there? Original, I'll get a photo of this. Original woodwork by Frank O'Brien, Wattle Products, Rockley, Brisbane. So Australian made. Yeah, nice vintage piece. It will sell. Okay, we do have some glassware in here. A huge big serving platter, cake plate, what have you. It'd look nice with a big Pav on it, wouldn't it? Who likes Pav? Pavlova. It's got Dad's initials on it, so Mum must have taken it out for, you know, when they have a function where ladies bring a plate, and presumably there's something on that plate. Pavlova, one of my favourites. Beautiful, nice and fluffy, lots of cream on top. Perhaps, what do they do? Crumbled peppermint chocolate or strawberries or passion fruit. I better stop, I'm getting hungry. Okay, we're halfway through this tub already. We've got one piece of glassware. Here we have a pie plate, a pie dish. Looks like it's a Japanese one, something like that. Might get $5 for that. Quite usable. A little pressed bamboo tray. I think that can go in the free box. Another tray here. Is this one glass? No. We have an English sandwich tray. Oh, it's not English. It's made in Romania. Very English looking. We'll get 5 for that. They don't sell very well. Even English ones don't get that much, unless it's a particularly rare maker. All right. Oh, I've got some enamelware. 3 enamel bowls. No lids. And they're probably made in China. They're quite light, but they will sell. We'll get maybe even just $5 and 3. We might go 10. We'll see how we go. Okay, we've still only got one piece of glassware out of the box that says glassware. What do we got? No, more crockery, and this is English Johnson Brothers. Really nice pattern, this, and these are in good condition. Graduated bowls, very nice. English Gardens, made in England by the Johnson Brothers. They're going to sell quite well. They don't appear to be cracked. Usually, oh, that one does sound a little flat. Oh no, it's all right. If you hold them, yeah, that's better. If you hold them by the edge, you're going to get a dull thud. If you let them ring, you know they're not cracked. All right, they shall sell excellently. I would imagine we're going to get maybe $30 for that set, maybe even 40. They're a really nice set. Not difficult pottery to get, but that pattern is great and they're in good condition. Another sandwich tray here, perhaps. Maybe it's another Romanian one. No, I think this is English. It is. It's Wood and Sons. So maybe 5. I have a plate down the bottom here, which is a very heavy, thick stoneware plate. More 80s era, this one. I don't know if something goes on that. Might be hard to get a $5 for that one. And the rest of them look like they're probably glasses or cups or mugs. Ah, golf club trophy. Don't tell me we've got more of them. Yep, golf club trophy. I told your dad was a good golfer. And another one. And I think we have 4 more of the same, and that will finish. Oh, wait a minute. That's the insert for this little kitchen tidy. Beautiful. We might go 10 on that now. I guess it could be used as an office tidy for putting envelopes and letters and things in. Nice piece. Yeah, more golf trophies. So we have 3 more of the same. And that finishes our tub. Okay, I've just put this lot down on the floor and I'll deal with it on Friday when we're open again. We have lots of golf trophies, some stuff to price there. Unfortunately, we didn't find any more of the glasses sets. I don't know whether they're going to be in another box. I think when we were packing up, we would have tried to keep sets together. So we'll be able to sell them, but it's just a shame we don't have full sets. A few other bits to sell there. Some other bits of trays and things there, and the nice Johnson bowl set, and some stuff for the free trolley. So there we go, nothing outstanding. What was your favourite bit? Leave a message underneath. Let me know what your favourite was. I think my favourites probably, even though the bowls will get the best money, I think my favourite's that little organiser there. Well, handmade, pretty cute. And some of the glasses would have been nice. And of course, I do like the old bottles, even though it's just a plain pickles. It's a lovely old example of 100-plus-year-old glass. So there we go. We've processed a lot of stuff, not a lot of return. Hopefully I can find someone that will take these model planes. And we've made some space. Let's go and have a look. Rightio, let's walk around here. And wow, we're making some headway now. That pile's disappearing pretty quickly. There's a bit of room in there. Once we get that steel shelving unit out, although there's a bit of height to it, we shall make even more room. But I'm going to stick with this pile just because it's the last of the farm stuff in the shop here. I do have lots stashed away at home in the shed and the carport, but this was out of the house, and I think most of this came here. I suspect a lot of these are going to be books, so I'll probably whip through them fairly quickly. And this pile, I think, is my stuff, and a lot of this stuff came from, as I mentioned previously, the shop next door, and there could be any treasure in there. I have no idea. So, okay, we'll finish up here. We've made more space. We've got a lot more stuff to process on Friday, and I'll probably be back again this week to do another video. So we'll probably get through some more of this before Friday, or I might grab something from out of the shed out the back. I don't really want to start in here just yet, even though we can actually get across here. But as someone mentioned too, as the shop thins out a little bit and if we sell any cabinets, we'll be looking to move some of these shelf units through to the shop to actually make use of them. Some have thinned out a bit. I'm putting other stuff back in them to kind of reorganize myself. But then again, if we're going to be here for 12 months or a couple of years, well, this setup with all the shelving will be handy to keep organized. So I won't worry too much about that at this stage. Certainly the steel shelf units will be going once we empty them. And maybe they could be temporary display in the shop if the shop starts to thin out a lot. But yeah, I'm pleased we're making good space. It's awesome. And in case you're wondering, on the other side of me is mostly just empty boxes and tubs. So even though you might catch a corner of your eye to say, oh, there's a lot of stuff over that side, well, that's where I've been putting the empty stuff. And some eBay packaging and that sort of stuff. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Another episode done and dusted. I find by bringing you these episodes regularly, it really helps me actually keep at this. And then when I come to work on Friday morning, I've got all this stuff stacked up where I normally work and I've got to deal with it because it's just in the road. So it's kind of keeping me going. It's keeping me disciplined. It's keeping me on track. Thanks for all your support. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.